Welcome, Michiana Keto Rock Stars. This is your host, your funny food addict, Crazy Keto Amy Davis. Thank you for joining us for tonight's Sunday Night Live. Remember, I am not a medical professional. Any information provided in this forum is not to be used as medical advice, diagnosis, treatment, or services to you or any other person. Any information provided in this forum does not replace being seen by a physician. Yes, that is my kitty. If you have a medical condition, please seek medical advice from a physician. Please consult with a physician before changing your diet. Also, the recipes in this live are not always my own. I'm merely showing all of you how to live this lifestyle by demonstrating the leading experts in the field's recipes. I will always give credit when posting the recipe, who the author of the recipe is, and if I authored the recipe, I will let you know. Do we have anybody in the live tonight? Anyone? Looks like the audio is working, but I do not see anyone joining. So hopefully we'll give it a minute and hopefully someone joins. Let me go ahead and pull my recipe up while I'm waiting. Tonight's recipe comes from a recipe called therecipecritic.com. I actually received this recipe. Ooh, we have someone joining us. Who's joining us tonight? I can't see who's in. Go ahead and say hello. Go ahead and post a comment so I know you're here. Feel free to post what city and state you are watching from, and whether you're watching live or on the replay if you feel comfortable doing that. Again, I'm going to go ahead and announce what recipe we're doing this week. We're doing Cajun shrimp and sausage vegetable skillet. This comes from the recipecritic.com website. I will post the recipe after the live ends, so don't worry if you don't catch anything. This may be a shorter live tonight. I'm going to walk through some of the ingredients. I don't know if you can see what's going on here. I actually have 2 pans on the stove, and the reason is when I chop the vegetables, sometimes there's some overflow. So I always make sure I have a couple of extra skillet. I have an extra skillet just so if it doesn't all fit in one pan. I got 2 going. The recipe actually calls for olive oil. I'm more of an avocado oil. Janine Fretz is in the house. Hey Janine. Go ahead and type in the comments, Janine. Say hello so I can see the comments if you wouldn't mind. Oh, watching live from Nevada. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So you can use avocado oil. Olive oil has a little bit of a lower smoke point. But I have my favorite here, which is bacon grease. Yeah, I do have my retainers. And can you tell how I'm talking? Do I need to take them out? Okay. I have some bacon grease. So if you save your bacon grease, that just adds an extra level of yum to this skillet, so I highly recommend getting your bacon grease saver. And let me just show you a little bit about this. Okay, I'm good. You can understand me. I should have had this out. The bacon grease saver, when you're cooking your bacon, has this little doohickey here with the holes in the top. So when you heat up your bacon grease, you just plop that in the top like this. Pour your hot bacon grease in it, and then it just trickles out all the black garbage out of it. Hi Jill, how you doing? I hope you're having a good evening. The other thing, I buy this Tone's Cajun seasoning. I'm running low on it, so I'm going to have to get some more. But I have a recipe to make your own Cajun seasoning, so I'll post that as well. But this is really clean. This is gluten-free, and I get this at Sam's Club. And it's a big container. So I make this skillet a lot. So honestly, it's easier just for me to buy this container of Cajun seasoning, and it's real clean. And I can tell when something's not clean, and I start having pain, so I know that this is okay. Now, I did a lot of prep work. I miss you too, Jill. I'll give Miss Phyllis a big hug for you. You are the best. You always treated her so well. Thank you. So what I did earlier was I chopped up a bunch of vegetables. So this is asparagus, and it said like a half a bunch, but this is a whole package from Sam's Club, and they're like in 2-inch pieces. So I did that. And then I also used like a mandolin, and I did some yellow squash. And actually these are a little bit thinner than I normally like to do them, so I may add these last, or second to last, because I'll explain that in a minute. I did the same thing with some zucchini. I used my little mandolin slicer I got for Christmas. And 2 zucchini, 2 yellow squash, and then I got my favorite sausage. And I think there were 5 sausages, and I sliced them into like little slices. Ooh, those smell so good. And then I also did 2 red peppers. Okay, so those are just into like little slices. Thank you, Jill. I appreciate that. It's a struggle. I struggle every day. Just because I'm doing good doesn't mean I don't struggle. So every day. And then it said a pound of shrimp. I don't really weigh it, so I just did like, I get the packages at Sam's Club, and I didn't even check, but I did about that much. It's probably a pound and a half, somewhere in there. Who knows? We got 4 people in here. We got Jill, we got Janine. Let me see who else is in here. I can't really see right now. Hello, everybody. So now the other thing is, this is spicy. So if you don't like spicy, you can make it less spicy by adding less of this. Or if you want to use some other seasoning. Let's talk about that for a minute. You could do garlic powder, you could do onion powder. If you don't like Cajun seasoning, you can make up your own blend of seasoning. Hi Diane, welcome. So if you don't like Cajun seasoning, don't freak out. You could still make this recipe. The other thing is, let's say you're allergic to shrimp. You could do chicken and sausage. Let's say you don't like sausage, but you like shrimp. You could do shrimp and chicken. So really, you could do hamburger. You could roll up little meatballs. You could do meatballs and sausage, or meatballs and shrimp. So you could really put whatever meats in this that you want and kind of make it your own. I like shrimp and sausage. I tried chicken once because I ran out of sausage, and I love chicken, but it just didn't have the same, I don't know, thing for me. So I like my sausage, and I like my shrimp. And then I like the combination of vegetables. Now, the asparagus is crunchier, and since I sliced the zucchini thinner, we're going to start with frying. We're going to add the asparagus and the sausage in first. Hi Julie, how you doing tonight? So I'm going to move this a little closer, and we're going to again, I kind of made this my own flavor, and I just take a spoon. It's probably like a tablespoon, and we're just going to add some bacon grease. And again, I have to use 2 pans because I'm going to estimate that we're going to have some overflow again. So I'm just going to put, and I'm going to put a couple scoops into this pan because it's bigger, and I like having that bacon grease in there because that flavors it. So honestly, I think the bacon grease just adds, like, I mean, you can use, they say olive oil. Oh, I think I got the wrong burner here, so let's make sure we get the right burner. I'm going to turn it down to more of a medium-high heat. Okay, so we got these going here. Set that spoon off to the side. Now, The shrimp that you get can either be pre-cooked or it can be the kind you gotta cook. Just know if it's the uncooked shrimp, you gotta cook it a little bit longer. So we're gonna melt this bacon grease first in the bottom of the pan. And I learned something about this recipe. I didn't know, I never added salt and pepper. And because I pretty much have this recipe memorized. So I'm like, oh, it tells you to add salt and pepper, but not how much. I just always use Cajun seasoning. So it's fine. Okay, and I'm going to start putting the vegetables in here. It's still probably not real hot yet. And I'm going to put 3/4 in this pan. These are all going to go into the same thing. And I'm going to start, oops, I just dropped them on the floor. I'm going to start with the asparagus. And then, actually I'll just rinse this off. Hi, my floor is clean. Then I'm going to do the sausage because those are probably the two that need to cook the most. So we're just going to layer these in here. This, I'm telling you, if Dan and Bernadette, they didn't go keto. I took this to the campground. I cooked it in the skillet and then I put it in the crock pot and took it down. This was before they went keto. They're in the group now and they've lost a ton of weight. They thought this was the best thing. Even your non-keto people will think this is awesome. It is so good. I mean, even if you're in this group, and my cousin Amy Bobson, who's in this group, she gave me this recipe and I made it and I about died. Okay, so we're gonna mix this up a little bit and you can hear it sizzling. We're going to start these cooking. And this pan is awesome. I got this pan at Sam's Club. And I had this skillet in mind. I still kind of put it in 2 pans though. I do freeze the leftovers, but this doesn't freeze so well because the vegetables get a little mushy when you freeze it. This is better eating fresh, but we eat it all week. 2 of us will eat this whole thing. And I'm probably going to take some over to my dad. After this, hi Angie. We are making Cajun sausage and shrimp cassoulet. Or skillet, actually. It's just a skillet. Okay, so this is starting to cook. So now we're going to add red bell pepper. And there's just 2 of these cut up. Okay, we're going to fry these in here. And if at all along the way it starts to act like it's getting dry, you can scoop some more bacon grease in there. Hi, Sherry. And Sherry, you can make this with chicken and vegetables. And you can use turkey sausage. Okay? So we're stirring in all, and this just makes this beautiful, hi Debbie. So we're stirring in all these colors. And Sherry, you'll want to use the avocado oil. I'm using bacon grease. And the sausages are starting to get a nice brown to them. And I don't cook the sausage before I put it in here. What's up, John? My brother's in the house. Oh, John, you will love this. This is Cajun shrimp and sausage skillet. It's got asparagus, red bell pepper. It's got shrimp. We're going to put some squash and zucchini in here. And there's so much of it, I got 2 pans going. Okay, so we're just mixing it up, letting it fry up. Then we're gonna add zucchini. It is so good. Amy Bobson gave this to me, John, Aaron's wife. Okay, we're mixing in some zucchini here. And again, if you don't like Cajun seasoning, you could probably not make it Cajun and put some garlic seasoning, onion powder, garlic powder, onion powder. Okay, we're also going to put some yellow squash in here. Yeah, that's what I would do, Sherry. Make 2 pans. And John could put sausage and shrimp in his, and you could put your chicken and your turkey sausage, for sure. It wouldn't be very hard to do, and then the vegetables would all be the same. I'm making 2 pans here just because there's not room. So that would not be hard to do. Okay. This is one, I make this all the time. And also, John, I put bacon grease in mine. And you would want to make Sherry's pan probably with avocado oil or whatever oil she uses to cook with. I made this for one of my friends in the group when we went to go visit them. This is before they were keto. Oh my gosh. They thought it was amazing, and they weren't even keto at the time. Now they're keto and they've lost a bunch of weight. Okay, I'm gonna come over here to this pan and mix this up a little bit better. And the vegetables cook down a little bit. And you really only cook it till the desired tenderness of the vegetables. And once the vegetables get to where you want them, then I'm going to put, yeah, it's good, isn't it, Janine? Actually, I was getting a hankering for this, and I'm like, oh, this is what I'm doing in my life tonight. So it's really just about stirring up the vegetables and making it all get cooked. Okay. probably going to do next, it's a salt and pepper. I'm actually going to add my favorite seasoned salt. And I'm probably only going to do, I don't know, half a teaspoon maybe not even that. And here, maybe a little bit over here. And then some pepper. Maybe even less of the pepper. Maybe 1/4 spread across 2 pans. And these pans are going to get mixed together. So they're all going to go in the same bowl. Yeah, I got the mother load. I make a big pan of this. Okay. Then, this is looking pretty good. And it's okay if there's some crunchies in there. I like the vegetables crunchy. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is take my shrimp. These are already cooked. They just need to be heated up. Now, if you get the shrimp that aren't cooked, you're going to have to cook them until they're pink. We're going to sprinkle these in. Then, very last step, show you what we do. We take our Tone's Cajun seasoning. It says 2 teaspoons, but I honestly put 3 in. But you can put as much or as little as you prefer. So I'm going to put 1 in here. 1 over in this other one. Or maybe half of 1. Mix it up. And put some more in. And that Cajun seasoning is just what makes it so good. And when I put this in the bowl, I don't drain the grease off or anything. I put it all in there with the grease. Okay. So we're stirring that up. Let's stir this one up. I'm going to turn this down a little bit to low, because at this point it's cooked. Now I don't want my stuff to get too soggy. Okay. We're just mixing in that Cajun seasoning at this point. So let me do a whole nother on this one. And a half of 1 on this one. Because this one's smaller. Alright, okay. Probably I can shut these off. It's hot enough. Alright, so we're going to continue mixing this up. Mix all that seasoning in there. What do you think? Say in the comments if this is something you think you would make. Janine says she's already made it. Anyone else, would you make this, you think? Or no, is it not something that looks interesting? Would you switch the meats out? Is there vegetables in here you wouldn't eat? then I'll show you what I do. I'm not eating this tonight because I'm fasting. But this will go in the fridge tonight, and then we'll eat this for dinner tomorrow. And I can't wait to eat this. After, I'll probably take some over to my dad tonight because he's had it before and he likes it. So he'll get a bite of it tonight. He'll probably have nightmares though if he eats the spicy stuff before bed. So don't feed the dad before bed. Is he in here? Dad, are you in here? But this is so good. Post in the comments if you would eat this. Okay, so I'll show you what I do with this. I have this big glass bowl and I'm going to mix these two pans together. Now John and Sherry, you guys can make yours different and you can put whatever you want in yours. Because I know Sherry likes different things than John does. Okay, so we got all our vegetables. Everything's cooked up. Any questions on how I make this? Okay, I'm going to bring this over here. Well, actually, let me get you a closer look. Doesn't that look delicious? Look at those. Yum. I mean, who would not eat this? Now it's got a little bit of a kick. So just know. So I'm going to bring you over here. Oh man, that smells so good. Yeah, John, I could come up there and film. Oh man, you would want this, trust me. Okay, let me bring one of these over here. I got my glass bowl already. This is the bowl that I always put this in. Okay, so this skillet, you do not know how big. See how big my body is and see how big the skillet is. The skillet is like the size of me. So I'm going to bring this over here. I already had my hot pads ready. Whew, that's a workout. I'm out of breath just carrying that skillet. Sorry, I needed a drink of water. So what I'm going to do, I probably should let it cool down. But I'm going to do this while I'm talking to you. I'm going to just start scooping this into my glass bowl. Here. And it doesn't matter that I made it in two pans because it's all going to mix together, and then I'm going to pour the drippings on top of it and let it kind of saturate and marinate. And I don't drain the bacon grease off of it. That's all the good stuff. We eat it right out of the bacon grease. And honestly, I mean, we don't drink the bacon grease, but we eat it right out of the bacon grease. So good. This is one of our favorite meals. I mean, really, so delicious. And Janine, you said do you make it differently, Janine? How do you make yours? Probably don't make it with bacon grease. What did everybody have for dinner tonight? Anything good? Can you guys still hear me? Looks like my audio's on. Yummy. Just gonna put all this in here. Chicken and shrimp with avocado oil. Yum. I had chicken breast with garlic seasoning and onion powder, garlic powder, onion powder, Italian seasoning on the grill. And then I had an egg white omelet. And that's the only meal I'm having today. Yeah, so I use the asparagus, the red bell pepper. Some of them got a little soggy probably because I don't work fast enough, but that's okay. The asparagus will still be crunchy. John had greasy beef tacos with sour cream and guacamole. Yummy. I'm craving Mexican food. So, I don't know. I might have to have some taco pie tomorrow. I have some taco pie in the freezer. I might have to pull that out and have that. Well, I might have more than what this glass bowl is. And then I'm going to dump all this grease in there too. I don't know if I can do that. is way big. Still hot too. That's got all the seasoning. Yum. Bacon grease and seasoning. Okay, so, man, this pan is heavy empty too. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this other one. I don't know if we're gonna fit all this in there. We're gonna try. Yeah, turkey tacos. Did John have the turkey tacos or did he make his own tacos? And this one's heavy too. Okay. So, this might be the first time it all hasn't fit into one. Interesting. We'll see. I mean, I put extra asparagus in there, but I use the same amount of everything else. Well, I'm going to put some in a thing for Dad. So we'll see. We're going to let this cool down too. I think it will fit. It always fits. Yum. Ooh, got another stray. Let's see. We don't cook the same. He had beef. Yeah, no, I get it. As a matter of fact, I like this spicier than Dennis does, and so he doesn't eat it every day, so I'll probably mostly be eating this. And I'll probably have to make him something else. I probably should tone down the spice a little bit. Not put 3 tablespoons in. Yep, that's my Puerto Rico sweatshirt, Janine. And actually, I couldn't wear this for years because it didn't fit me, but I still saved it in hopes that one day it would fit me again. And guess what? It did. I refuse to get rid of it. Persistence pays off. That's funny, huh? All right, let me see if I can... Look, it's going to all fit because I'm going to take some out for Dad anyway, so... Voila! It's probably because I used the extra asparagus. Look, we got our live done in a half an hour. All right. So, what do you think? More? Yeah, make it spicy. I get more. Yep. Just like my kimchi. Nobody wants to eat that, and I get to eat it all. Okay, what do you think? I know Janine would eat it because she's already made it. I think Sherry and John would make it if they make it their own. It says only 2 people are in. Any questions? This is all I had for tonight, so it might be a short live tonight. Dad must be taking a nap because he said he might join if he didn't fall asleep. So he must have fell asleep, but that's okay. But man, it's still steaming. Spicy colon cleansing. Yeah, that's why Dennis doesn't like to eat it because he drives truck every day. Of course you do too. So take your Imodium with you or eat it on the weekends. You got to make this, John. I'm telling you, this is fire. And it's good for you. But it's the stuff. It is so good. You can thank Amy and Aaron Bobson for this one. I wish she was watching. Any questions? Make it with the bacon grease too. Save your bacon grease because it's so much better. Yummy. Mom probably wouldn't like this. Well, I put salt in it too, but I want to bite so bad right now. It's so good. Any questions? No? Any suggestions for next week's live? I'm thinking marinara sauce and meatballs. And I'll have a substitution for you, Sherry, for beef. You could use your turkey meat, ground turkey. So if we do that, you'll be able to make it. That's what I'm thinking of doing next week. So I have all the stuff. Okay, you can catch a replay. I was gonna do meatballs and marinara last week, and I was craving this week anyway, so I wanted to make it. So I'm like, I'm gonna do this tonight. Kill two birds with one stone. Ground turkey, exactly, Sherry. And I told you how you can make this substitutions: chicken and turkey sausage, no problem, and you'll love it. All right, guys. Well, it's a short night. I don't have anything else. So, you know what to put on your grocery list because you're going to want to make this right away. Seriously, don't mess around. This is actually, my nose, I think, is starting to turn red because it's making my nose run just by smelling it. Oh, I can't wait to eat it. I'm going to have to go to bed right now so I can have some for breakfast. I would totally eat this for breakfast. So, alright guys, love you all. Have a good one. We'll talk to you later. I could, but I'm too tired to drive that far. I'm going to take some to Dad though right now. He'll be happy. Love you guys. Have a good one. Bye.